Crucible is a bullet hell game, and man, the hell part really can be real sometimes. It's a university project game, a tri-scale production from the DigiPen Institute of Technology, according to the credits at least. It's got a painted-style start and menu screen with gentle music. I'll apologise now if the video is very left-hand leaning. For some reason, despite selecting to record my entire screen, the game seems to anchor at the top left, so that's where it sits in my recording output. I'll zoom in for this video, but there's likely going to be black bars either side. There are black bars either side of the game anyway when you play it, but I didn't really notice that being too much of an issue. There are 4 options on the menu: Start, Practice, Controls, and Exit. The game controls are pretty simple: left, right, up and down with the arrow keys, slower movement with shift, shoot with Z, and magic with X. The magic command is a little confusing to begin, since I started in practice mode and magic is actually disabled in this mode. It doesn't actually do anything, and it doesn't really explain what it does either. Also, your mouse is disabled in the game menu, so you have to scroll through things with the arrow keys. Practice mode was my first stop on the bullet hell bullet train, and opening it gave me 12 pattern select options with a normal and legendary for each one. There are 2 different level types, I figured out, one where you have to survive and fight, and the other where you just have to survive. There were various types from quite sporadic obstacles to ones that formed in patterns. Generally the pattern ones were easier to dodge, as you just had to set a path that didn't cross theirs and look out for any stray bullets flying around. The HUD is pretty easy to understand. You have a timer at the bottom left for survival levels to tell you how long you have left to hang on for, and in fight levels you also have a timer to tell you how long you have until you need to kill the boss, so you can't just play wild goose chase tactics. On the bottom right you have 3 orbs for player, which are your lives, and 3 orbs for magic, which as said are ineffective in practice mode. You are a man riding a dragon, from the looks of things, and your hitbox is your blue and red hat. The slow move mode, holding shift, brings a white orb on top of your character, which is a more defined version of your hitbox. As long as nothing touches that, you're safe, and the rest of your sprite can be touched without you taking damage. Your enemy is a big angel woman, and you'll know when it's survival time because she flies away, and the health bar she normally has at the bottom centre of the screen doesn't form. You can die as much as you want in practice, and your health orbs don't go down, and once you complete the level it will immediately restart, rinse and repeat until you quit to the menu. This seemed a little pointless at first, but the practice is a good way to get familiar with the levels and controls. Pressing start instead of practice gives you the normal or legendary option again. This is the actual game here, and it works in that you have to play every single one of the 12 levels you can play in practice on the relevant difficulty, but you only have 3 lives before game over, and you have to try and complete all 12 levels without losing them all, so you can only take 2 hits in the whole run. Your magic effect actually works to obliterate hanging bullets and cause mass damage to the angel, but you only have 3 of them and the bullets start firing again as soon as it's taken effect, and some obstacles don't get removed. It's a good tactic to help you through levels where the bullets linger or the ones you're not as good at, but it doesn't last long enough to save you from actually having to navigate the level, so it's not overpowered by any means. Normal mode took me about 5 attempts, and a bit of luck I found in the back of a cupboard to pass it. You can continue playing the game if you die during the non-practice mode, but it resets your score, and you don't get rewarded with the nice scenery, the dragon lady image, and the credits that you win if you do pass it successfully. The practice mode allows you to break down the challenge to specific levels if there are any that are shooting you in the foot as you try the main run, which is quite good since stuff like this is best beaten by pattern spotting and practice. Once you decide you're too good for normal mode, you can try legendary mode. Same rules, same amount of lives, same amount of levels, but this time every single one of them is roided up. This turns into this into this, and this into this. And that's just 3 of them. You have all of your 12 levels to try and beat. It's a major step up from normal mode, so if you beat that easily, don't think it's over yet. I got about an hour's playtime out of trying all of the practice modes a few times and going for normal main game mode, and I'm sure beating Legendary would have taken me a lot more time and anger on top of that. It's a great challenge. I've not played many bullet hell games, so it was a nice new experience, and it was easy to pick up. It's a little rough in the art and very simplistic. The music is the same all the way through. It would have been nice for a little more variety. It was quite tame compared to all the stress and dodging I was doing, which was good for giving a calmer mood at least. The menu music was really nice though. It's easy to pick up, and though it's not likely to knock your socks off graphically, it's a challenge, and particularly in Legendary you have to be very precise with where you put your hitbox, as your manoeuvring room is cut down incredibly. It's a fun yet frustrating game to take a couple of hours out your day and replace them with stress, until you get the ultimate relief of beating it. I will give Crucible a 7 out of 10.